Hello, snazzy times, everyone. So, I showed you how the natural notes in a major scale are either sharp or flat in another major scale with the same alphabet letter in its name. Now, the same holds true for the minor scales, right? So, for instance, you got your A minor scale, which is like your C major scale without any sharps or flats, right? And then on one end, you have your A flat minor scale, which has all the all the frickety notes in the A flat minor scale are flatted, right? Now, in the A sharp minor scale, the opposite is true as well. So not only are all the notes unflatted, but they are also sharped. So there you go. So that's the A sharp minor scale. So you have all or nothing in the A minor scales. In the E minor scale, now you have one sharp, right? However, in the E flat minor scale, this would obviously be flatted. This would be unsharped. This would be flatted, 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 and this would be flatted. So you have all of your 6 flats in there for the E flat minor scale. Now, the D minor scale, so notice how every note is flatted except for the F there, right? Now, controversially, on the D minor scale, there's only one note that is flat, right? Not that one, sorry. That's flat, right? So, yeah, there's only one note that's flat, the B flat, right? Now, of course, so all but one note is natural, right, in the D. Now, in the D sharp minor scale, all but one note would be sharped, right? So this is sharp, 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 this is unsharped. And then this is sharped and this is sharped, right? So we got that nice and pretty now. Okay, so there you have it. Now, in the G minor scale, right? This would be what our band folk people would know for the scale. You know, since we'd always tune to the B flat, right? You know, at the beginning of band class. So this would be the minor scale that we play with 2 flats, right? Now, in the G sharp minor scale, we would have this would be sharped, this would be sharped, this would be unflatted. Hey, go away. Okay, and then this would be sharped, this would be sharped, and this would be unflatted. Hey, unflatify, you get rid of that. Okay, and then this would be sharped, and this would be sharped. So notice, voila. Every note is sharped except for your B and E, which we play flat in our band scale, right? All right, so on to the next. We got C, which has 3 flats in it, right? So we would have R, B, E, and A. Whoa! Well, we could do the F with 4 flats. So B, E, A, D for our bead, right? For remembering the first 4 flats in the scale. We'll come back to the C. So we got bead for the first 4 flats, right? And then in your F sharp minor scale, this would be, well, obviously this is sharp because it's an F sharp minor, right? And then we have G sharp. This would be unflatted. And this would be unflatted. This would be sharped. This would be unflatted. And this would be unflatify you too. And then this would be, that would be sharped, right? So there you have it for the F sharp that only has 3 sharps in it, right? And this would be what our violin Suzuki folk people would know for our minor scale, all the way up till Perpetual Motion in Book 1 or whatever that song was, right? So that was like the one and only scale we knew for quite a while. Anyways, now back to the C minor scale. So C minor scale, there would be 3 flats. That one, and that one, right? However, in the C sharp minor scale, we would have, that would be sharped, obviously. This would be sharped, obviously. This would be unflatted. And then this one would be sharped. This one would be sharped. That one would be unflatted. And that one would be unflatted. And then this one would be sharped, right? So there you have it. And now for our B. Yes, we haven't done B yet or massacred that one yet. So B has the two sharps in it, right? So we got F sharp, and C sharp, right? So that's your B minor. Now the B flat minor scale has 5 flats in it, right? So we have B flat, and this would be unflatted, right? This would be flatted, this would be flatted. This would be unflatified, and then this would be flatted, this would be flatted, and so there you go. We have our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flats, and this is the same, so that doesn't count for the beginning and end note, right? So there you have it. Those are our minor scales in terms of the notes that are sharp or flat. So if you're not quite sure about a minor scale and you know the other minor scale with the same alphabet letter, just inverse the natural notes to be, flat or sharp, or the opposite of what is in that scale, right? And also another trick, we all know for the order of flats, there's F for flats, right, would be your first flat major scale, and then we have bead, right? And this would be like the order of the first 4 flats, right? And then for our sharps, well, if you are a violin geek, then you are quite lucky, because like for us, for the viola players, I know very little viola, but you got your open C string, which could be like for C major, right? And then you got G, and then you got D, and then you got your A string, right? So those would be like going from 0 to the first 3 sharps. Now, if you're a violinist, or did the violin, which I kind of did, more of than the viola anyways, then you'd have your E string, right? So this would be our first 4 major scales with the sharps in the order of sharps, right? So yeah, C, F, B, E, A, D for the flat scales, for half of them, and then for the sharp scales, the major scales, C, G, D, A, E, right? And then the 4th finger on the violin, that's going to be your B, or the one with the 5 sharps in it, so you can think about playing the violin, or you can think about a bead for the order of flats or sharps and major scales. Anyways, have a snazzy, dazzy, wazzy one. Goodbye, everyone.